Welcome to Simple English Talks podcast. This is the podcast where you learn real English through short, everyday conversations. In today's episode, Emma and Jack talk about the weather and how the world is getting hotter every year. Listen carefully, enjoy the talk, and learn new words about weather and climate.
Real life, real talk, learn English as you walk. Every day a little more with Simple English Talks podcast.
Hey, Jack. It's such a beautiful day, but oh my God, it's so hot. Can you believe it's only April and it already feels like midsummer?
Yeah, tell me about it. I checked the weather app this morning. It said 33 degrees Celsius. That's crazy for this time of year. I remember when April used to be cool and windy.
Exactly. When I was a kid, spring actually felt like spring. Now it's just 2 weeks of mild weather and then, boom, we're in summer mode.
You know, it's funny you say that. My dad always talks about how winters used to be colder too. He says he used to wear thick coats from November till March, but now he barely needs one, even in January.
Yeah, same here. Last winter, I wore my big coat only twice. Most days, I just needed a light jacket. It's kind of scary, actually.
It really is. I think climate change is no longer something far away in the future. It's happening right now, right in front of us.
Totally agree. And the weird part is how unpredictable the weather has become. Like last week, it rained like crazy for 3 days. And now it's just burning hot.
Yeah, these extreme weather patterns are becoming the new normal. You get heavy rain one week, and the next week, there's a heat wave. It's exhausting.
I know. And it's not just uncomfortable. It's affecting everything. The farmers in my hometown said their crops were damaged last year because of the sudden heat.
Yeah, that's happening everywhere. My cousin lives in Australia, and he told me that their summers are almost unbearable now, with temperatures going above 45 degrees sometimes.
Wow, that's insane. I read somewhere that the last decade was the hottest on record globally. Scientists keep warning us, but I feel like people don't take it seriously enough.
Yeah, until it hits them personally. You know, when your electricity bill doubles because you're running the AC 24/7, or when you can't sleep at night because it's too hot, that's when people start to notice.
So true. I remember last summer I couldn't sleep for a whole week. Even with the fan and AC on, the air felt heavy. Like it wasn't just hot, it was suffocating.
That's humidity for you, and honestly, cities make it worse. Have you heard of the urban heat island effect?
Yeah, I think so. Is that when cities are hotter than rural areas because of all the concrete and lack of trees?
Exactly. All these buildings and roads absorb heat during the day and release it at night, so it never really cools down. That's why city nights feel warmer than countryside nights.
Makes sense. I live downtown, and I swear it's always a few degrees hotter than the suburbs. Sometimes I visit my friend who lives near the mountains, and it feels like a different world.
Same here. I actually started planting more trees around my house. It doesn't solve the global issue, but it helps a bit. Shade makes such a difference.
That's awesome. I wish more people would do that. Even small things like planting trees, using less plastic, or walking instead of driving can help if everyone does their part.
Yeah, individual action matters, but governments also need to step up. Like, we need better public transport, renewable energy, and stricter laws on pollution.
For sure. I saw a documentary last week about how some countries are investing heavily in solar and wind power. It gave me a bit of hope.
Yeah, I saw something similar. Some cities in Europe are even making car-free zones downtown. People can only walk, bike, or use electric buses. That's pretty cool.
That's such a great idea. Imagine how much quieter and cleaner cities would be if more places did that.
Yeah, and it would make people healthier too. More walking, less stress, cleaner air. It's a win-win situation.
I sometimes feel guilty about small things, like using air conditioning or taking long showers. But then I think, what choice do I really have when it's 40 degrees outside?
Yeah, that's the dilemma. We can't stop living our lives, but I think being aware is the first step, like using energy efficiently, turning things off when not in use, that kind of stuff.
True. I recently switched to LED lights and started using a fan instead of AC whenever possible. It actually helps reduce electricity costs too.
Nice. I also started drying my clothes outside instead of using the dryer. It takes a bit longer, but the clothes smell fresh and I save power.
Ha 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 ha! Yeah, and you get that sunshine smell. I love it.
Speaking of sunshine, have you noticed how summers feel more intense now? Like the sun just burns your skin instantly?
Oh, yes, I got sunburn last month just from walking for 20 minutes. I've started carrying sunscreen everywhere now.
Good call. The UV index is much higher these days. My weather app even sends alerts now. Extreme UV, wear protection. It's crazy.
I wonder how animals and plants are coping with all this. I mean, we can use air conditioning, but they can't.
That's a sad thought. I read an article saying that some species are moving toward cooler areas or higher altitudes just to survive. But not all can adapt fast enough.
That's heartbreaking. Climate change is not just about temperature. It's about the whole balance of life. Ecosystems are changing.
Exactly. It's like pulling one thread out of a sweater. The whole thing starts to unravel.
Nicely said. Sometimes I wonder what the world will look like in 50 years if we don't change course.
Yeah, me too. Scientists predict that if global temperatures rise more than 2 degrees Celsius, the consequences could be irreversible.
Like what? What kind of consequences?
Well, things like rising sea levels, stronger storms, food shortages, wildfires, and loss of biodiversity. Basically, life would become a lot harder.
Wow. Sounds like a dystopian movie, but it's real life.
Yep. But on the bright side, there's still time. If countries work together and people make changes, we can slow it down.
I hope so. I mean, it's not too late yet. I think awareness is growing. I see more people talking about recycling, using bikes, and caring for the planet.
Yeah, and young people are really leading the way. They're more vocal and passionate about protecting the environment.
That's true. My little niece is 10, and she already lectures us about saving water and not wasting food. Kids these days are amazing.
Haha, that's adorable. Maybe they'll be the generation that fixes what we broke.
Let's hope so. But still, I think we all need to be part of the solution. Even if it's something small like reducing waste or supporting eco-friendly brands.
Exactly. Every small change adds up. If millions of people do one small thing, it becomes something big.
I love that mindset. This whole conversation makes me want to take a walk in the park, enjoy the weather while it's still bearable.
Haha, good idea. Just don't forget your sunscreen.
Always. And maybe I'll grab an ice cream too. It's the perfect way to deal with the heat.
Make it 2. I'm coming with you.
Deal! But let's take the shady route. I think I've had enough sunshine for one day.
Agreed. Let's go before it gets even hotter.